hilarious. Hold on. How do I get out of this? That's hilarious. Literally, as I hit record, the phone started ringing. That's hilarious. And I can't figure out how to get out of it because I was actually going to go live and record this. All right, real quick. I've said it before. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Hollywood has no new ideas. And now they're literally just fleecing you with and stoking the fire of racial animosity for likes and views and clicks and butts and seats. I promise you this. And you're going to be like, Jason, what are you talking about? I'm glad you asked. Thank you so much for asking that. Let's go. Who in the world said this? Let's go. Tom Holland's Romeo and Juliet co-star Francesca Rivers receives support after her casting sparks racist remarks. Who in the world asked for this? Who in the world asked for this? They're playing you. They're playing you for the fool because they know that they don't have any new ideas. They don't have anything new and creative, anything that's innovative. All they do is take old properties, old IPs, and recast them to cause stir and uproar. For real, let's just be honest. Besides a few people I know, how many black women you know named Juliet? I mean, really, let's just be honest. None. Like, why can't you not just create good content? There's so much good information, so many good IPs out there that they haven't used before, that they haven't recreated, recast, and so on and so forth. Why do you need to cast a black woman as Juliet when you could do so many different things? Why? Let's read this article. It's real quick. All right. And this is from CNN. And all of their insight and wisdom. Let's go. More than 800 black actors are denouncing backlash aimed at actor Francesca Rivers, who was cast to play Juliet opposite Tom Holland in an upcoming stage production of Romeo and Juliet in London's West End. So you mean tell me there's no other play content that you could use where you could utilize black characters rather than just taking old IPs and making them controversial. I'm sorry. After Rivers' casting announcement, online backlash was fierce. Let me just say this real quick. I think, honestly, they write these articles, the backlash articles and the racist and the phobics and the ist arguments well before they even cast it, because I didn't know anything about this until now. So it's really, I feel like this is the only way that they're going to get attention on this topic, but everybody's tired of it. We're tired of it. But let us continue. Even promoting the Jamie Lloyd Company, which is behind the theater production, to issue a statement on social media earlier this month, condemning the barrage of deplorable racist abuse online directed towards a member of their company. I don't think it's toward their company per se, but I mean, it could be. But what it really is the fact that you're lazy. You're lazy, and they don't want to support and encourage laziness. Come up with some new content. That's it. You don't need to redo Shakespeare. You don't, because there's countless other pieces of content out there. And like I've always said before, when they do this, they're saying that the only valid author, the only valid plays are white plays. So they're basically saying that the only way that they can be valid, the only way they can be of value to society and give good value is to take white content, because that was the only valid content, and make it something else. Rather than go find, you mean tell me there's no African stories, there's no Middle Eastern stories, there's no other people group stories that you could utilize to do the exact same thing you could do a play on? Just tell me that. Tell me that you can't. And if you go back and look, and I'll try to ask director or editor Jason somewhere, maybe in the description, to drop the link to my video on representation. We don't need representation. We really don't. But in that video, I discuss how lazy Disney has become when they don't take the time to actually vet out their content. They have so many black characters. It's ridiculous. They have so Marvel and DC both have them. So why do you need to make a black Superman? Why do you need to make a black Wonder Woman or black Batman or black Spider-Man? Because those are only characters in your mind that are valid. Let's continue. While the company's statement did not mention Rivers by name, an open letter of support to Rivers, who is known for her work in a series of Bad Education, followed. Excuse me. When news of Rivers' casting in Jamie Lloyd's production of the Romeo and Juliet was announced, so many people celebrated and welcomed this news. The letter, organized by playwright Somalia Seton, stated, but then what followed was a too familiar horror that too many of us visible black, dark-skinned performers have experienced. To me, again, why not just perform content that is original? Because you don't see white people scrambling to do this to black property. Because then when you do that, then you'll be upset. If a white person said they wanted to play Shaft, then there would be a problem. If a white company wanted to do A Raisin in the Sun, there'd be a problem. But here it's not a problem. Okay, got you. I just want to make sure I understand it correctly. The racist and misogynistic abuse directed at such a sweet soul has been too much to bear. The letter continued, from a casting announcement of a play to ignite such a twisted, ugly abuse is truly embarrassing for those so empty and barren in their own lives that they must meddle in the hateful abuse. Too many times black performers, particularly black actresses, are left to face the storm of online abuse after committing the crime of getting a job on their own. The message later continued, we want to send a clear message to Francisca and all the black women performing who face this kind of abuse. We see you. We see the art in you. We see the art you manage to produce with not only the pressures that our white colleagues face, but more with the added traumatic hurdle of misogynoir. Those that came before you are by your side. Among the hundreds who signed the letter are James Bond and Marvel stars. I'm just going to keep going. Doctor Who, Amelia Holmes, The Woman King, Secrets and Lies, and Ghost. All right, let's keep this going. Oh my goodness. When the Jamie Lloyd Company issued the tweet decrying the online behavior, the theater company said, this must stop. Any abuse will not be tolerated and will be reported. Bullying and harassment have no place online with our industry or with our wider communities. Oscar-winning actress Viola Davis posted about Rivers and the nonsensical hate she has been receiving. I stand in solidarity with every black actress everywhere. Ability and talent are gifts that should not be seen or used as a limitations based because of race, Davis wrote Wednesday on her Instagram. Perhaps the real question of those who took it upon themselves to spout this abuse is, why does this bother you so much? Rivers will play opposite Spider-Man Tim Holland in the Jamie Lloyd Company's production of the Shakespearean classic set to open in London's Duke of York's Theater this summer. The play is already sold out. Romeo and Juliet opens on May 23rd and will play through August 3rd. All right, cool. I'm just going to ask you a question. At what point are you going to get tired of them playing y'all? At what point are you going to get outraged that they keep playing you and keep making a fool of you by doing this type of stuff? That's the only way they're going to get attention. But if you vote with your pocketbook and stop supporting this type of foolishness, then they will have to start paying attention and being more creative. Because you want me to believe that that's the only piece of art that you could do is Romeo and Juliet. Really? Okay, I got you. This is Dear Woke Christian. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you enjoyed this. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the description below. In the comments down below. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.